What separates the rich from the poor? Is it simply the amount of money in their bank account, or is it something more profound? This is the wealth creation question that has left many pondering. Well, the answer is not as black and white as it seems. It goes beyond the mere numbers in a bank account. In fact, it's all about contrasting financial attitudes and practices. The rich and the poor view and handle money differently. This contrast, this dichotomy, is beautifully captured in Robert Kiyosaki's groundbreaking book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book serves as a guide, a compass if you will, to understanding these contrasting financial perspectives. Through the wisdom of the rich dad, we will uncover the secrets of wealth creation. We will delve into the strategies that the rich employ to not only accumulate wealth, but to make it work for them. So, let's explore the wisdom of the rich dad and see how it can transform your financial mindset. In the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki talks about his life growing up with two father figures. His actual father, known as the poor dad, and his friend's father, known as the rich dad. The poor dad, Robert's real dad, was very smart and had a good education. He had a steady job and made good money, but he always had money problems. His way of thinking was traditional: go to school, get a great job, save money, and then retire. This thinking didn't always work out for him. Even though he worked hard, he was always just getting by. On the other hand, the rich dad, his friend's dad, was a big business owner. He didn't go to school as much as the poor dad, but he was very smart in dealing with money. The rich dad put a lot of importance on learning about money, understanding how it works, and using it to make more money. He believed that starting a business and investing money were the real ways to become rich. He thought that working for money was a never-ending cycle, but making money work for you was the secret to wealth. The rich dad and the poor dad had very different ideas on money and how to become rich. One thought that having a job and saving money was the way, while the other saw money as something you could use to invest and create wealth. The different ways they saw money and wealth are what make up Robert's ideas on finance. The rich dad's first lesson, financial literacy is the key to wealth creation. It's a statement that echoes throughout Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But what does it truly mean? Financial literacy can be defined as understanding how money works. It involves knowing how to generate, invest, save, and manage your finances. But it's not just about knowing these concepts, it's about applying them in real-life situations. Consider the example of a young boy from the book who worked for pennies, only to realize the value of generating assets over mere income. This boy, Robert himself, learned from his rich dad that income from assets, like real estate or businesses, could far outweigh the income from a regular job. Another key concept in the book is understanding the difference between liabilities and assets. Many people, like the poor dad, consider their home their biggest asset. However, Rich Dad taught Robert that a home can also be a liability if it takes money out of your pocket each month. So the real power of financial literacy lies in making informed decisions. It's about knowing where to put your money to work for you, rather than you working for it. It's about understanding that wealth is not just about having lots of money, but about having money-generating assets. This is what separates the wealthy from the rest. They understand money. They know how to make it work for them. They're not just earners, they are wealth creators. Financial literacy isn't just about understanding money, it's about using that knowledge to create wealth. To further explain his philosophy, Kiyosaki introduces the cash flow quadrant. This quadrant is a simple yet powerful tool that illustrates the 4 ways in which income can be earned. Picture a square divided into 4 equal sections. Each of these sections represents a different method of generating cash flow. On the top left, we have the employee. This individual trades time for money, working for someone else's business or organization. They value job security and a steady paycheck. However, they are at the mercy of their employers and have limited control over their financial future. Directly below, on the bottom left, is the self-employed category. These are the folks who own their job. They are the freelancers, the consultants, the small business owners. They are in control and they love it, yet they are tied to their business. If they stop working, the income stops too. Now let's cross over to the right side of the quadrant. At the top right, we have the business owner. Unlike the self-employed, business owners own systems and lead teams. They make money work for them rather than working for money. Their income is not dependent on their presence, giving them the freedom to focus on growth and expansion. Lastly, on the bottom right, we find the investor. They have money work for them in a different way. Investors put their money into assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, and so on, that generate passive income over time. Kiyosaki's point is not that one quadrant is better than the other, but that financial independence is achieved more easily by those on the right side of the quadrant. By owning businesses and investing wisely, you can create streams of income that do not require your direct involvement. Understanding where you stand in the cash flow quadrant and striving to move towards the right is a crucial step in your journey towards financial independence. So, are you ready to transform your financial future? Imagine a world where financial constraints don't limit your dreams, where you're not just surviving, but thriving thanks to your financial acumen. That's the world Rich Dad, Poor Dad invites you to. A world where financial literacy isn't just a nice to have, but a must have. Don't just read this book, live it. Apply its lessons to your own life. Let Robert Kiyosaki's wisdom guide you on your journey to financial independence. It's not about being rich or poor, it's about being financially aware. But don't stop there. Keep learning, keep growing. There's a wealth of knowledge waiting for you on LifeHub. It's your one-stop shop for financial literacy and wealth creation content. It's not just a YouTube channel, it's your partner on the road to financial freedom. Remember, the journey to financial independence starts with a single step. Let that step be towards financial literacy and wealth creation. Subscribe to LifeHub today and start your journey.